Okay.
I'm trying to change the view. Okay, so can you guys all see me? Or do you see everybody? Oh, you can't even speak because I muted you all.
I
Yes, you can.
see.
Am I in the big picture, Maris?
You're the big picture, and I have like four little pictures along my
Okay.
side.
Okay, great. So I'm just going to start off by sharing my story. For those of you who have heard it 1,000 times, I'm apologizing in advance because I know that you are sick of it. But I'm going to share it for anybody that hasn't heard it. And let me just, oh, it does this. Oh, gosh. Okay. And Marissa, you can see
Yep.
everything's good?
Yep. Good.
Okay. All right. So this is me. I am, you guys already know, like I'm a wife and a mom of 2 children. I'm a teacher. I teach part-time. I live in Westchester, lost 85 pounds in 2014. On here it says I'm a 4-star diamond coach, but I'm a 5-star diamond coach. And I left my full-time job in 2014 to become a coach. We're also an elite team this year, which means that our team, Team Infinite Strength, was ranked within, well, basically, we're better than an elite team. We're in the top 200. So there's like 400,000 teams, and Team Infinite Strength was ranked 164. So that's really awesome. And that's because of the amazing coaches on our team. So here I go. So not so long ago, I was 85 pounds heavier than I am today. I moved to Westchester, as I mentioned, and I had 2 children back to back, 2 years apart. And basically, I put all my energy into my kids, and I put very little energy and attention into myself. I would prepare my kids organic baby food. I would dress them in those like cute little outfits. I brought them to those gym classes at like Gymboree, and we have Kidville here. And basically, I started eating frozen foods like lean cuisines and smart ones. I traveled around in these like faded black sweatpants, and I think I have a picture of them. These over here, if you guys can see them, I wore them like every day until they had holes in them. And I canceled my gym membership. So I basically just like gave up on caring for myself. My life at the time, like, is what I'd like to say hard. I used to say it was really hard every day. And it was hard because I had 2 kids, 2 years apart. And if you have 2 kids that are 2 years apart, you can probably relate. It was hard because I lived in Westchester and my family all lived on Long Island. So I felt like a little bit, I felt like I was alone. It was hard because I was commuting from Westchester to Brooklyn. So if you've ever driven on the BQE, like if you've taken the FDR, if you've taken the West Side Highway, any of those highways, the Major Deegan during baseball season, you definitely know how horrible my commute was. It was a 43-mile ride, but it would take me like 3 hours each way. It was god awful. It was hard because I was missing out on really big moments in my kids' lives. Like when my daughter took her first steps, I was at work and she was here with my babysitter. It was hard because my husband and I were in some debt because he had lost his job back in 2012 when I had my second child. So we were like stressed about money. And it was hard because I was like really disconnected and I didn't know, right? I was like carrying around this mindset of like, okay, well, this is my life. Like, I just need to get through the day. And that's what I said every single day as I was driving to work and stuck in traffic. I was like, well, this is my life. I just need to get through the day. And I was just I had all this stuff that I always wanted, right? Like I had a great husband and I had these 2 amazing kids, but I was just disconnected and just trying to go through the motions every day. So one day after getting a glimpse of a picture of myself, this picture here, that my sister took, my older sister, and we can talk about her later, but and posted on Facebook and tagged me in it. I nearly almost died because it was up all day and I noticed it after it, people had commented on it. I realized that I needed to do something because I didn't even know who I was anymore. Like, I don't know how I got to this place, and I just needed to do something to change my life. So I decided to take action and really make a change in my life. And I joined my coach Shari's challenge group that she had started. And Shari had been asking me for quite some time to join her challenge group, and I just kept telling her I wasn't interested. And I actually thought she was kind of annoying for just constantly asking me over and over again. But now, like in hindsight, I'm very thankful that she never gave up on me, because she had an opportunity for me, and she knew it, but I didn't know it at the time. So about a week and a half later, my box showed up, and it was the 21-day fix. And I opened it up and I saw the containers and I cried. And I cried. They were not happy tears. I cried because I was used to eating whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. And those little colorful containers were just not going to cut it, or so I thought. But then I remembered a comment that my husband had made when I told him that I purchased the program. Because as I had mentioned, we were in a little bit of debt. And I told him I bought this program, and his first question was, how much did it cost? And I told him it cost $140, but it was on sale. It's normally $160. And he said, great. So we're flushing $140 down the drain. So he had said that to me when I purchased it. And as I'm sitting there crying about my containers, and he's driving, because I had taken my package in the car with me, he's like, I told you, you were just flushing the money down the drain. I said, like, no way, Jose, is he going to be right about this? So I decided that I was going to lose 15 pounds in my first 21 days. Not so much because I wanted to, but because I needed to prove him wrong. Like, I needed him to see that, like, I was serious about this and that he was not right. So I ended up losing 16 pounds in my first 21 days. And at that point, I was not going to stop until I reached my goal. So something that I feel I need to share with people is that, yes, I had this huge weight loss. I ended up losing 85 pounds. And every day I hear people say things to me like, that's so amazing. You had this great weight loss. Congratulations on your loss. Awesome job on your loss. You must feel so great about your loss. But for me, this whole Beachbody experience is so much more than a weight loss. As obviously, as all of you know, I signed up to be a coach. I signed up like a month into my personal journey, and the coaching part has made such a difference in my life, and the weight loss is like one tiny part of it. So through coaching, I've gained all of this stuff, and like I've gained the day-to-day minute support of like this huge upline organization of coaches that if I ever need anything, I have people that are like right there ready to support me. I've gained the privilege to support my clients. So if you're on the call and you're my client or anybody else's client, like I've gained the privilege to be in your life helping you in these challenge groups. I've gained the honor to lead by example and support the amazing coaches on my team. And for all the coaches that are on this call, you've gained the same thing, right? Like you get to support all of your coaches, and it's pretty amazing when somebody trusts you. I've gained the chance to leave my full-time job in Brooklyn with that really horrible commute. And now I just work 3 hours a day teaching. And the rest of the time I'm able to do Beachbody, or I'm able to just be with my kids. I've gained the financial freedom to dig myself out of debt. And I actually shared recently that I have like a savings now that I just told my husband about a few weeks ago. He didn't know because I've been like stashing it away because I wanted to surprise him. Like I want this to be something for our whole family. And I gained the ability to dream of like what will be or what can be and what will be. So just to finish up with this part of the story, like many people associate Team Beachbody with health and fitness and nutrition and physical transformations. And that's kind of where you all are at right now. But the reality is that Beachbody is like the gateway to the life that you dream of, but always think like isn't possible, right? Because my experience as a coach has shifted my mindset. And today I really believe that anything is possible, and that the only impossible journey is the one that you never begin. Okay, so it's so weird when everybody's like silent, but I hope you laughed at a little bit of my, proving my husband wrong or something. But anyway, so that is my story in a nutshell. And I wanted to share it with you because I think that a lot of times people think that um, the story is so much bigger than it is. Like when there are successful coaches, I think that people think like, oh, well, they must, have some sort of degree in sales, or they must have, like this different life than you. But I feel like my life is it's so similar to so many other people's. Marissa, do you want to say anything? I'm going to start with the whole, are you going to share your story, or are we going to just move on? We don't want to.
Yeah, we can move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I might have you jump in for some of the slides. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So a big question. Now I'm just going to get into the nitty gritty, right? Like the information that you are going to want to know about the company before you decide if this is something for you or not. So what is Team Beachbody and when did it launch? This is a really big question. So Team Beachbody is a health and fitness company, and their main goal is to end the trend of obesity. So Beachbody started in 1998, and it began with like programs like 10-minute abs or thin thighs. And when that happened, they basically got their product out there through infomercials. That's how people heard about their products. So from 1998 until 2006, that's all they did. They had some fitness programs. They launched them. They had Tony Horton, who's considered like a celebrity trainer. But beyond that, they didn't really have, they didn't really have any. Their programs were good. They weren't like super amazing. And then in 2007, they launched Team Beachbody. And that's really when everything started to change for the company. So the reason why they launched Team Beachbody is because they did like a test group where they had, say, 100 people who they just gave P90X to, and then they had 100 people who were put into a challenge group and who were given a coach to support them with P90X. And what they found was the people that went into the support group and the people that had the coach were way more successful with hitting their goals than the people that didn't. They were the people that continued with the program. They were the people that did all 90 days. And the people that didn't have that support weren't as successful. And that's why they decided to invest their money in coaches. So there they go, right? They start Team Beachbody, and they decide that, with the challenge pack, you're going to get a coach assigned to you. And all of a sudden, the company took off. So you see that all of a sudden, rather than coming out with one new program a year, they're coming out with multiple programs. And you see they have Shaun T here, and they have Autumn, and they have Saki, and they have all of these celebrity trainers that they're now, creating programs with, and everything really changed. And it changed because the clients, right, the people that were buying these programs were way more successful because they had the support of the coach. And in addition to that, they started to build in, I don't know if you guys can see, but they started to build in some nutritional components to the program. So they had all of these fitness programs, and then they introduced Shakeology, and that really helped the company with its growth. And then they introduced the Ultimate Reset, which is a 21-day cleanse, and people really like it because it's like you get to eat food on this cleanse. And then they introduced the 3-day refresh, and that was huge. I was actually around when they introduced it, and people love it because, again, you get to eat food. It's not like a juice cleanse. And in 2014, they had introduced the 21-day fix, which totally took off. And I'm sure a lot of you have experienced the 21-day fix meal plan. It's pretty awesome. I personally like the yellow containers for wine, but that's just me. But anyway, so as you can see, there was like huge growth with the company. And the really nice thing is that they are constantly coming out with new programs to keep people engaged and to keep people excited and to keep helping people reach their goals. So this is not the end. There's even been more programs since this slide was created, but this is completely not the end. In reality, it's somewhat still the beginning. And in 5 years, their, 5-year slide is going to have many, many, many more programs. So this just shows you a little bit about Beachbody's growth. So in 2007, they were here, and now this was 2014, and it says $500 million, but they're well over that now. The company is growing rapidly, and it's just a really great company to be a part of. Marissa, do you want to add anything to this?
Yeah, I think they're closer to like a billion now. right?
Did he say $1 billion last year?
When we were at Summit, I think so.
I
Yeah,
think I just was watching a video the other day where he said they hit their like $1 billion goal. So I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
and this was 2014, so it's just like growing, growing, growing. Um, Now, in terms of coaches, right? So in 2007, there were 40 coaches, and in 2014, there were 236,000, and now there's like 400,000. And that's something that people sometimes, get worried about, like, oh, are there so many coaches that there's just going to be like coaches everywhere, like coaches on every corner, and I'm not going to find any clients. But just to put things in perspective for you, there are 318 million people in the United States, like about that many, and 2 out of 3 adults are considered overweight. 1 out of every 3 adults is considered obese, and half all children ages 6 to 19 are considered obese. So, in terms of the 400,000 coaches, right, that there are now, there's 318 million people. And like I said, 2 out of 3 of them are considered overweight. So there's definitely, tons and tons of people that could benefit from these programs. But in addition to this, these programs aren't just for people that need to lose weight. Like, they're for people that want to live healthy, fulfilling lives. So we have 318 million people, right, that are available, like, to get involved in all of this and to live healthy lives with us. So what is a coach? Let's just talk about what a coach isn't, right? So a coach is not a fitness or nutrition expert. You don't have to be an expert at any of this. You don't have to be at your fitness and nutrition goals. Like, I'm still not at my goal. I talk about it all the time, and it's like, I want to be 15 pounds thinner and I want to have abs, and I'm still working towards them. I'm just not there yet. And you don't have to have any experience in sales. And if you know any of the coaches on our teams, like, none of them have ever, there's like really nobody that's has experience in sales. So that's what you don't have to be. But what you do have to be is you have to be committed to being, proof that the product works. And we always talk about, you want to be a product of the product. So you want to be working out, and you want to be drinking Shakeology, and you want to be following some sort of healthy eating plan. You have to be committed to improving yourself, right? And developing yourself, and every day trying to be better than you were the last day. And you have to be willing to support people on their journey, because the number one thing that coaches do is they support others. And they have to legitimately feel happy when other people reach their health and fitness goals. Like, I get excited for Monday. If you're, I sent out messages last night about Monday weigh-ins because I was too excited not to send them out. I want to know how people are doing. And then a team player, because on Team Infinite Strength, we all work together. So, Marissa, you want to do the slides that I could can you see it or no?
Sure. Yeah,
So a
absolutely.
little bit about our team.
Yeah, a little bit about our team. We're all very different, but have the same common goals. So we have working women and men. We have stay-at-home moms and dads, fitness experts, people that own gyms and are personal trainers that have incorporated this into their life. People that work part-time, like Courtney had mentioned. We also have, older people that have retired and are doing this as a supplemental income, help people to stay healthy. There's so many different people on our team, from nurses that work overnight. And so, what we like to share is that, anybody, no matter what it is that you're doing, can incorporate this into your life, if you love it as much as we love it and love helping people. So, while we may all have daily, difficulties with time management, we work through it together. And so that's part of one of the great things of being part of our team, is that we all help each other, figure out how it's going to work.
Yeah.
And qualities of our coaches, just by even saying some of the occupations that they have, caring, have a personal drive, and, dream big, and are goal setters. And they are team players, right? Because we all help each other to get through, any difficult times that we have, and, really build our team up so that everyone has a really great experience in this. And then we all plan, and that's something that, Courtney and I, as upline coaches and your upline coaches would help you with to make sure that, that you're set for success. And that's something that's really important that we provide to our teams and our coaches.
Thanks, Marissa.
Sure.
Okay, so then people want to know, so what are the benefits of being a coach? Aside from feeling really fulfilled because you're getting to help people, why else would I want to be a coach? So I say one of the hugest ones, at least for me, are that you get to set your own work hours. So I work typically from 9 to 12 or 9 to 12:30. I get up in the morning, I work an hour doing Beachbody, then I go to work. Then when I come home from work, I normally do an hour and a half to 2 hours of Beachbody before my kids get home. Then when my kids get home, I'm just with my kids until I normally speak to Marissa at 6:30. We do our daily check-in during bath time. But then I tend to go back to Beachbody sometime after 7:45 when my husband gets home. Now, that's what I do because that's the amount. I have a goal for how many hours a day I'm going to put into Beachbody. But there are other people that commute to Manhattan, say from Long Island, and they use their commuting time. And that's the only time that they do Beachbody. They use it on the way to the city and they use it on the way back because they don't have any additional time. And there's people that just focus on Beachbody during their lunch hour. And then there's people that stay home and they set hours from 9 o'clock until 5 o'clock and they do Beachbody all day long. So time definitely helps your business grow, but you decide how much time you want to put into it. And I think that's something people really need to know, right, Marissa? That it's.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, what you put into it is what you get out of it, I feel like. So you can set your hours and, you do what works best for you. And then your business will grow based on, how much you're able to, devote to it. I think that's a big thing.
Another nice thing is that you get to build it online or in person. So if you're somebody that doesn't really get out and you're not really networking, face to face with people a lot, then you can do a lot of your business online. We obviously have Facebook, you have email, but you can literally it could all be virtual if that's what works for you. You earn 25% commission. So anything that you sell, Shakeology, fitness programs, equipment, anything is 25% commission. And then you save 25% on all of your purchases. And that includes your Shakeology. So it's a huge savings. 25% really starts to add up when you're always buying new fitness programs. Mm-hmm. Another bonus is that another benefit is that you earn team bonuses, and those bonuses occur weekly. And this happens after, you start to build a little bit of a team. After you have 2 coaches underneath you, you start to get team bonuses. You get quarterly bonuses, and those bonuses, as your rank moves up, those bonuses also get bigger. And those bonuses are based off of a percentage of the company's quarterly earnings. So as the company grows, your bonus also grows. And the big one, you get paid vacations. So a bunch of us are going to Punta Cana in 2017, and this trip is going to end up being paid for by Beachbody. And Marissa and I are going to California on Wednesday, and this again is being paid for. We're staying at probably one of the nicest hotels I've ever stayed at, and it's on Rodeo Drive, and it's paid for by Beachbody, and all of our meals are paid for by them. So there are definitely a lot of benefits to being a coach. And on a side note, but this is the picture the year after I lost my weight. I don't know. Remember the black sweatpants? And look, I'm not wearing black sweatpants. I was wearing blue shorts. So I changed. I don't wear them. I retired them.
I also just wanted to add one thing in terms of the benefits of being a coach is that you're also able to get discounted insurance, health insurance, auto insurance. So for people that, maybe your spouse doesn't have insurance or you don't have insurance at work or you own your own business, because this is a business, you're able to get those as well. And that's a really huge thing to be able to get discounted.
Health insurance.
Health insurance, and you can get discounted auto.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So then people always want to know, well, what type of support would I receive? So Beachbody gives you Team Beachbody, the company, gives you a ton of support. They have an online office, and in that online office, you have all the program materials that you can need. So if somebody ever wanted to see a video about the 21-Day Fix, they have those materials there. If somebody had questions about P90X3 and you're not familiar with the program, they have all the information that you could possibly need in the coach online office. They also have coach training in the online office, and they also have like tons and tons of graphics in the online office. Also in the online office, they have breaking news where they update you constantly about what's happening with the company. They post a wake-up call every week where they have the top coaches in the company talking to you about what they're doing, and they give you ways that you can duplicate what they're doing with your business. They send out a newsletter, and they also have a section where you can just type in your questions and all the information, all the answers come up. They also have a number that you can call, like a coach hotline, to also get any problems resolved. Now, that's great and all, but where you really get a ton of support is from our team. And with our team, we do this new coach training, and I think I called it the Coach Academy this month, I don't know, but and in this training, you start out as just like a new coach, and you're walked, like it takes you through everything you need to do to be successful. And we created this training, and basically what we did was we took all of the things that were working for us, right, all of the things that are helping us grow, and we put it into a really easy to learn fashion, or how do you explain it, Marissa? Well, we put it into a training so that we can just give you everything that we've figured out. We do weekly team calls, and during those team calls, you can have any of your questions answered, or we do some professional development, or if there's a new product, we do new product training. We do monthly team challenges, and those are like our challenge groups that we have going. We do team building events. Our goal is to do them quarterly, right, Marissa? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do another one where we play trivia and do fun games like that. We have our Facebook team page where we communicate constantly with all of the coaches. When we get new information, we share it with everybody. Coaches ask questions on our team page. And there's always like recognition and accountability. So we make sure that when people are doing really well, like, and when people are putting a lot of effort in, that they're recognized. And we also are there to like make sure people are staying on track with their business. And this was from one of our team building events. It's a fun night. We sized together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what makes Team Beachbody unique? And I think that this is like something that's really important, because there's lots of companies out there, right? There's lots of fitness companies, or there's lots of nutrition companies, but Beachbody's different. And it's different because it has these like 4 components, and like most every company I've come across is missing at least one of these. So they have the fitness piece, right? We have the workouts. Then you have the nutritional piece. You have the 21-day fixed meal plan. You have the 3-day refresh. You have Shakeology. You have the ultimate reset. So the nutrition piece is covered. Then you have the peer support. Beachbody like started these challenge groups. So if you've noticed, programs like Weight Watchers, they now have coaches, right? And they try to have groups now. That's because they're realizing how successful people are being on Beachbody programs because of all of the peer support. And then, with Beachbody, you have rewards. They give you these weekly bonuses, and they give you the quarterly bonuses, and they give you the discounts on your products, and you have no startup. Like, it's the only company where you don't have to buy things in order to sign up. So that's really helpful also. That's what makes them unique.
And the other thing, I just want to jump in, and the other thing is we also have monthly prizes as well. So there's rewards, and they give you, they give coaches prizes monthly for your hard work. And so it's even beyond all the other benefits that were listed too.
Yes. Like I'm getting new hammer and chisel clothes, I think, from last month, shorts and a tank top. Yeah. So there's always something different. But so where does your business come from as a Beachbody coach? A huge part of it comes from like lots of these workout programs, right? Like when you have somebody sign up to do one of the workout programs, one of the fitness programs with you, you earn 25% commission. But your business also comes from Shakeology. And what happens with Shakeology is people, they typically say they don't like shakes, and then they try Shakeology and they say, well, I like this shake. And a lot of people get really hooked on it. They feel different when they're on it, and they start drinking it every single month. So you have reoccurring orders where every month you're earning a commission off of their Shakeology order. And a big question, Marissa's going to answer this, is do I have to drink it as a coach? She likes to answer it because You'll say, you don't have to. Go ahead.
Technically, you do not have to. There are no rules. You're not forced to buy anything, like Courtney said. You're not forced to drink Shakeology and buy things in order to be an active coach. But going back to the whole being a product of the product, Shakeology is certainly a huge part of our nutrition and being a product of the product. And so, for you to be able to be an effective coach where you stand behind what you believe, it certainly helps to be able to incorporate it into your own success so that when you're talking to clients and prospects, you're able to say it from, a side of passion, a side of belief, and it becomes natural. And it's not that you're selling, it's that you're sharing the information with somebody. So technically you don't have to, but it certainly will help your business if you do.
Sorry. Did I get us out of that?
You did.
Hang on. We're back. Okay. So you don't have to, but you probably are drinking Shakeology because, you're on this call. I mean, you may not be, but you also will get the 25% discount. So that brings your shakes down to less than $100 a month. Okay. Next. So how has being a Beachbody coach improved your life? So I was thinking that some of the coaches on the call, like definitely, I know I spoke to Julie, and if some of them can share. I just have to change my screen view so that I could see who's on here. Let's see. Julie, can you share? How has it changed your life? I gotta unmute you. Huh?
Am I unmuted?
Yes, you're unmuted.
One of the things that always comes to mind when I think of that question or I'm asked that question is the amount of friends that I made on this journey. So it started off with, I need to lose weight. There's something that I need to do. I can't just keep thinking about it. I need to actually do something about it. And then, starting the 21-day fix, I then became a coach and am still a part of all those trainings and groups that you mentioned before. And I really feel like there's just a bond between all of us that is not something that I would have imagined a year ago. We're all talking about, or a lot of us are talking about Summit because we're heading there in July and we're all so fired up. Some of us have never met face to face, but we are so excited to do this together. So that for me is the one thing that I would say stands out, on top of the money that I'm making, on top of the people that I'm helping. That's all great, but I feel like the friendships also is something I wasn't expecting. I knew being a coach meant that I was going to help people on their fitness journey, just like you had helped me. But the friendships, I think, are really...
Yeah, it's weird because you just meet people like through Facebook and online, and then you go to an event like Stacey, I'm going to make you talk next. But then you go to an event and you see them like face to face and you're just like, oh my gosh, I feel like we've known each other for 4 years. And you realize like you really just met 30 days ago in a challenge group. But what was I going to say? So Stacey, I'm going to ask you because you're a newer coach. Julie's been coaching for almost a year. Stacey, how has it changed your life or improved your life? Oops, you're muted. Hold on. Oh, Stacey, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tonight is not really a good night.
Oh, are you talking? Okay.
Too many
people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. She has kids and it's a long story. But anyway, who else is on here? Shelly is...
Why is she in the dark?
She has to hop off the call. She said 9:00, so I don't want to.
I'm sorry, I'm here. I'm in the dark because I'm sitting on my computer doing school stuff at the same time.
Shelly, do you want to just mention how it's changed your life? Because you just recently started.
I did. So I've been a coach for going on 3 months now. And the thing, it's funny because I told my husband the other day, I said, since I stopped working after I had kids, I've been doing independent consulting from home. So it's a very isolated role and it's fine. I enjoy it, but it's just work. And just in the short time that I've been a coach here, I love it because I feel like I'm part of a team again. I'm part of a team that when I don't know the answer to something, I have somebody I can go to and get the answer. And I have people asking me questions that even in my limited time, I know the answer to. And so I think that's the biggest thing for me, as well as it's, on the client side, I've got a lot of people. I think I have 20 people this month doing 21-day fix. And it's allowed me to reconnect with people that I haven't been able to connect with in a while. And it's great because they've all built relationships. I have some people in New Jersey and some people in Michigan who in turn are building relationships. And, it's just expanding the friend group and the support group that you're going through all this with.
Yeah. Thanks, Shelley. Okay. Oh, see, Siri started again.
That's what I figured.
You can't make this up, I swear. No.
She loves me.
And she's so obnoxious. She always says something obnoxious. That's what I figured. Okay. So it really is amazing. And I think we can skip through. I'm just going to. So basically, some people think that they want to sign up because they want to do this, but they're not ready to start actively coaching. And you can sign up for a discount, and we call it a preferred customer or discount coach. So you can basically sign up and receive the 25% discount and never actually actively coach. But in my opinion, I think that, really signing up and becoming an active coach, whether you're active as in, gaining one client a month, or active like Shelley, who has 20 clients last month. Love you, Shelley. But either way, this is an opportunity that's being presented to you. Marissa, where are you?
I'm right here.
Okay. Oh, can you explain this part? I mean, I can, but I've just been talking a lot.
I also just wanted to throw in terms of the preferred customer option for anyone that is not quite ready to be an active coach and they want to be a preferred customer. We have a special group where you find out about the sales before everybody else. We also do monthly raffles. And so, while you're going through that transitional time, you're able to still, besides the 25% benefit, of discounting to your products, you can also win, new prizes each month as an option. So there's a lot of great parts of being a preferred customer as well. In terms of the fees for being a coach or a preferred customer, everybody pays, it's about $15.95 a month. And what that provides to you is your media promotion and brand awareness information, like the online office that Courtney was talking about. It's a virtual office where you're able to get all the information that you need to support your business and support yourself. You receive personal websites that you're able to provide to prospects, a link that directly connects them to you, so they don't have to just go to a website. They're able to actually get your direct information. Product warehousing, obviously, your clients would order through the company and they house everything for you. So it's not like you have to have the products at your house like some of those other companies and then redistribute it. So that's really great. You're there to help them. You don't have to have, all these products in your house or buy them to sell them. So that's a huge perk. Customer service, there's 24/7 support for you through teambeachbody.com. There's phone calls, there's live chats you can do with them, there's email, and then obviously also we support you as well. And that also means you also get technical support. So any issues that you have, they're able to provide you with that support as well. Marketing, communications, trainings, all the things Courtney was telling you about that we provide, all these extensive intimate trainings for new coaches and ongoing coaches to advance your business. So you're always learning and growing, and that is part of the fee. And there's Beachbody On Demand streaming. So you can get that for 30 days, for your initial sign up. And then beyond that, you would need to get the club membership, which is a great perk too. And if anybody is in the military or a spouse of military, you actually get this $15.95 monthly fee waived. So you really would be getting, a 25% off with no additional fees. So there's a lot of really great benefits to such a low startup that, even if you're on the fence, it's definitely something to think about. And then for anybody that buys a challenge pack, there typically is a $40 sign-up fee to begin your business. But if you've purchased a challenge pack or you're buying a challenge pack, you get that fee waived too. And so that's another really great benefit. So it really is a $16 sign up to start a business. I mean, where else can you start a business for that cost?
And to just say, so if you already purchased a challenge pack at some point, the first month you don't even pay the $15.95. So it's
Right.
like your first month is essentially free if you've previously purchased a challenge pack. And the challenge pack is like one of the bundles with Shakeology and a fitness program.
Right.
And then, so this is just in the next 24 hours, basically the person that invited you here will contact you and, ask you what you think and whatnot, but they'll probably contact you tonight. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to unmute everybody so that you guys can, I really don't like having everybody muted, but it's like hard for me. But, so this way you guys can like ask any questions that you have and whatnot. Shelly, I'll leave you muted. Does anybody have any questions?
I do.
Okay.
Do you need to enroll other coaches to be successful financially successful, or can you be successful just by, supporting your clients?
I mean, you earn the 25% whether you have coaches under you or you don't have coaches under you. So you would need to, when you have a team, obviously that's when you can start getting bonuses, but you would need to have like a lot of, like, I don't know how to explain it. You would probably you'd spend a lot of time, like with your clients. It depends like what you want your focus to be, I guess, because there were times where I had 30 clients, right? Like 30 new clients that I was supporting, and I was making the same amount of money that I'm making now. But I wanted to shift my focus, and I wanted to be able to, support a team of coaches. And then I wanted to be able to support clients. So that's why I started to focus on building my team more, because it was what I wanted to do. I felt like I was figuring things out about the business, and I wanted to be able to share it with other people. So I don't know, Marissa, do you want to?
I think that's a difficult question because I guess that is an individual choice. But I will say that to really advance your business, if you are looking for it as a for now, like just month to month type of income, maybe you wouldn't be thinking about growing your team. But if you're looking at this as a business that you want to long-term, really have a substantial income, be able to have a savings, supplemental income, potentially not do another job, all those long-term possibilities, growing a team is really where you're going to have the most benefit. But it's something that happens very natural, because just like you or other people on the call are drinking Shakeology and just want the discount, they join your team, and that is also part of you growing your business. And so it's not necessarily that you need to get a team of people that are selling and that they all want to do that like you, but long-term, you want to be able to get bonuses, and those things like that come from, growing a team. So you would be missing out on one part of being able to make a substantial income if you don't long-term do it, but it doesn't mean you can't make a nice income just by getting 25% off, because 25% off is great.
25% commission.
Right.
Do you also get leads from, like, I know when I first started looking into this, it asked when I went onto the Team Beachbody website, it asked questions about where am I located and so forth. Does that generate leads for you, or?
So once you have like 2 coaches under you, but they could be discount coaches. They could just be 2 people that were drinking Shakeology and they want to sign up for the discount. Once you have 2 coaches, you start to get leads.
Okay.
And there are people that are assigned to you, but there's like a little bit, you get leads based off of, there's like different types of leads that you can get. And it's based off of like how you did the month before, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The type, but you have to have the foundation of getting leads is to be an Emerald coach. And the way that you're an Emerald coach is when you have 2 coaches under you. But what I must say is that you really do get leads. Like I go into my accounts and I honestly feel like it's like winning a scratch off because you just get clients assigned to you, you know,
Today I had
just like all over the place. You get people that are on Shakeology Home Direct. Like,
Right.
yeah, like today I got 2 leads and they were both, one person purchased a challenge pack and one person has a Shakeology Home Direct order. So those were just clients that were given to me. So that's, they really definitely help your business. But you have to actually like you have to like be selling something in order to get the leads. Does that make sense to you?
I got it.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? Denise, come on, you have something.
I'm ready.
You're ready? You're gonna do this. I saw you in the challenge group like 3 days in, and I was like, I think Denise is like a really great coach, and like mostly like she's not a coach. I was like, what? I could have sworn you were coaching. I just can't.
No, I just love getting people involved.
See?
I actually thought you were a coach also.
Really?
Yeah, I actually did.
I know. And somebody asked me one day if Elaine was a coach also. I was like, it's funny. There's like just some people that are naturally, you know what I mean? Like naturally doing it. But
Monica, do you have any questions?
My concern is like really getting started. How I really do believe in the whole process of the whole Beachbody thing, but you know, people at work, oh Monica, you look great, you lost weight after the babies, but nobody seems to want to start it. You know, and that's my biggest issue is getting somebody else started.
that's Marissa's job.
Yeah, I'll take this one.
That's why I'm on this call.
So that is a lot of people's concerns of how to be able to transition from just having the conversation of, oh, you look great, thanks so much, to actually, you know, being able to explain what it is that you do and having them join you. And so I know that I briefly talked to you about it offline, that we do run monthly trainings, and really what that is, you know, because nobody needs to be a sales expert, I'm really just teaching you about how to share your passion, share what you love, and be able to have conversations, the difficult conversations with people that sometimes are really hard to get through, whether it be that they just are, pessimistic at first and don't believe in anything, or they have a price objection, or they say they don't know, they can't commit to the time. There's so many different things that a lot of people initially face, and it's typically not because of those reasons, it's because of other things. So, that's all part of the training that I provide and that our team provides, in order to really set you up for success. And so when we say that you are not alone, we really, really mean it, because we kick you off in the right frame of mind and show you how social media is extremely powerful and how you can really grow your business without ever leaving your home or just by talking to people at work. And so you wouldn't be alone with that. That's something that, we help you with.
Okay.
Yeah, I will jump in on that too and say that I went through Marissa's training, in December, I think?
Yeah,
November, December. It's amazing. I mean, it's day by day, step by step. And not only is she providing you with the training, but the coaching on, she has you do these things and then provides coaching feedback on, well, that's great, but let's try this and try that. And when people have questions, I remember people in our group posting questions saying, I don't even know where to start. Mm-hmm. And, you were providing her with ideas on how to start it and how to kick it off. So it's really good training, as opposed to like the Beachbody stuff is good too, but there's a lot of it. And I feel like this was very focused, and it's literally like the small things you need to make happen to get your business off the ground and running. So kudos.
Sally.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
No, that's the thing. Like when I started, there was like very little training. And then when Marissa started, there was a little bit more, but it wasn't like set up the way that it is now. It's like you start and February 1st, this training starts. And by like mid-February, you have this whole new level of confidence with the business that you feel like you can really go, start to move forward. Yeah, so that's the whole thing with the training. And the training doesn't take a ridiculous amount of time each day, right, Marissa? I mean,
yeah, I make sure that the training is no more than 30 minutes a day. And Monday through Friday, we do expect you to show up Monday through Friday at some point. Like typically it's posted at like 5 a.m. So if you want to do, the daily tasks before you start work, you can. If you do it at night, it doesn't matter. As long as you show up and you get it done, within a reasonable time frame. And, it's not the point of the training is not to take away from your life so that you are sitting there for hours on end. It's so that you can just do what you need to learn, incorporate it, and then move on with your life and grow your business or spend time with your family. And so it's Monday through Friday for about a month. And then your weekends are off to catch up, to do whatever else you want to do, or
You practice what you've been learning.
right. Exactly.
Like I'm back at school.
Yep. But it's for something that, you enjoy. And it's not like, here, read a textbook. It's like, it's life. It's real life things. Like, I'll do conversations with you and say, like, how would you respond to that person? Like, so that we work through things together. And so it's not just,
Yeah.
Oh,
And there's ways to get people at your school involved. Like Julie will teach you about that, because Julie does like a fit club at her school with the teachers. Like, there's totally ways to get people involved. Like, all of a sudden you do a little fit club after school, and you do Beachbody on demand, or you bring your DVDs and you put it on a smart board and everybody does it together. And it really changes the culture of your school. So being in a school is definitely awesome. I mean, being in an office is awesome. Marissa has a bunch of her coworkers.
yeah.
So it's definitely the school I was at in Brooklyn. I'm not joking. Like, every single person, including my assistant principal, was like drinking Shakeology. It was out of hand.
I think you're all coaches, actually. I think
They're
you're
like,
all
my assistant principal was a coach, and it was crazy. And I probably was the most resistant. I started after everybody. So.
Wow.
Yes.
Any other questions?
Send my daughter to bed, please.
That's time.
Mine's in bed.
Yeah, and mine never came down, which was quite amazing.
You see, I have a lot of